What's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have the second episode of looking at dumb kitchen hacks. Now there isn't too much to say about it yet until I watch the video. So yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so it looks like some sort of, okay, oil doesn't splash like that, but I'm gonna assume it's some sort of anti-oil splashy life hack with a Pepsi bottle. Okay, right, so yeah, oil does not splash like that, so it's very clear someone's spraying oil onto the bottles. But either way, you shouldn't need to use this hack because if it's splashing, there is clearly something wrong with the way you're cooking. Basically, if there's oil and your food is wet, it's going to splatter a bit until the oil evaporates. So simply dry off your food before tossing it into the pan. Alternatively, just get used to a little bit of splashing because it really doesn't hurt that much and oil does not splash like that. On to the next one. Okay, so they are eating salad? Yeah. No one eats salad like that. This level of incompetence is probably worse than those infomercials you see, I guess on late night channels or online, I guess, but let's move on. Okay, a toilet seat and tape. Okay, I remember seeing this one once somewhere before. Yeah, we're just gonna fast forward this to the end. Basically her eating on a toilet seat. Why would you need to do this? Why would you ever need to do this? All you need is a table or to learn some very basic motor skills. No one eats salad like that and no one is going to fling salad over to your friend just because you are eating on your lap. Next one. Okay, so it's some sort of onion chopping video and she's crying. Okay, before we move on, do not ever chop onions like that. That's how you slice your fingers off. Always use the claw grip whenever you're chopping anything because your fingers are tucked in and your knife is gonna glide on your knuckle and not hit your fingers. So, very dangerous. Crying is appropriate when you have such horrible chopping skills. Cling wrap. Oh no. Yeah. What could go wrong putting cling wrap over your face? I mean, it's nice that they have a disclaimer to say don't try this at home, but as we all know, no one chops onions at home because we all go to the playground or someone else's house to chop onions. So I guess it's safe to do in someone else's house? Jokes aside, why the hell would you need to put plastic over your face? This will be a surefire way to potentially suffocate yourself, and instead of you crying, it will be your friends and family. Not because you did, but because you were dumb enough to try this at home. That being said, I find it quite unlikely that this particular hack actually stops the fumes from traveling from under the cling film into your eyes, so there is a high chance you'll still be crying, except all the tears will be smudged on the plastic and you'll have an even worse time. Off the top of my head, I can think of probably two methods that could stop you from crying. The first being to just wear goggles, which I don't recommend because you're going to look like a fool in the kitchen. The second method is the one that most people use, and that's to just use a sharp knife and to avoid cutting straight into the root, which is the back of the onion with all the root looky thingy things. I guess I'll put a picture, you'll know what I mean. Basically, as long as you don't cut into that, there is a much lower chance of the fumes being released. Next one. So we see the return of the lack of motor skills in this lady over here because apparently she cannot drain vegetables manually without spilling half them. So she's using one of those nets from a orange, okay, and she's dunking them in water, and yeah, spinning it to dry it. Yeah. Firstly, use a strainer. Strainers exist, colanders exist, just toss your vegetables into it and rinse it. Secondly, if you are using this spin method, when you dry it, water is going to go everywhere. If your vegetables were dirty to begin with, then now your counter is dirty. And thirdly, if there was any like debris or things you were trying to wash out from the vegetables to begin with, all of it would still be stuck in the middle because you've basically compacted it into the netting that does absolutely nothing. Also, the vegetables in the middle will most likely still be wet because physics. Alright, for this last one, we seem to have a guy who has a carafe, is that right, with a bottle full of jam, which is a lot more jam than people usually have. I guess he's trying to clean it and he drops the sponge in it because, once again, lack of motor skills. This isn't entirely wrong in the sense that you can use a fork and a sponge to reach into a jar, but in cases like this, all he had to do was to rinse the bottle, put in a bit of soap, give it a good shake, and rinse everything out. There was absolutely no need for a sponge because, as most of us already know, jams are fairly soluble because there's a lot of sugar, and they're not exactly very difficult to clean out of anything unless you're talking about a jam stain on a white shirt. So I guess that's all the kitchen hack videos we have for today. As you can see, most of their solutions are basically problems with very basic solutions, except they're going the extra mile to create more steps just to create a more inefficient solution for the supposed issue, which is frankly really dumb. But I guess that's why it's on this episode. Also, if you guys want to see a video with a compilation of actual kitchen hacks, then, well, let me know in the comments as well. And that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video or learned something new, remember to like and subscribe and to share the video. Also, let me know in the comments down below what other recipes you like to see, what other dishes you like to learn, or what other videos or products you like me to review. But for now, I'll say thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.